All right, I am so excited. Ooh. Okay. All right. It's crazy because during my meditation, I felt like I got so burnt out, and it made sense because of the message that they gave me. As soon as I pressed the record button, it was like this fire that got like lit within me, and I'm just like super excited to even sit down, record this video. So in my meditation, Spirit had gave me about 5 to 6 tarot cards that they were showing me was basically going to be the highlight of this upcoming chapter for you, or whenever you're watching this video, this is what you're stepping into. This is going to be your next chapter. So the 5 main cards that I got from Spirit of the chapter that you're actually stepping into is the Fool, the Magician, the Star, the Empress, and the Emperor, and they're all major arcana cards. And the 6th card that they gave me was basically what you're leaving behind. I'm not sure if you're still in this energy. It feels like kind of like this in between of maybe some of you guys are still in this energy and haven't fully came out of it. You might be at the tail end, but I got the Tower card from Spirit as well. And so, can I focus? Okay. So I actually got the Tower card, and this is kind of what started it all for me. From what I'm picking up right now, in your past, or even since we just stepped into 2026, but whenever you're watching this, this will apply for wherever you are currently in your life. What I'm intuitively picking up on, and even the way that they told me to set this up, was there were things that had to burn down, foundations that were not solid that had to come down. And so what I'm picking up on is like your previous year or the past few months were very, very hard, where they had to tear you down in order to rebuild you. And you might have not understood why things happened the way that they did, but I'm hearing that soon you will see why. Okay? But there felt like there were a lot of destruction or a lot of chaos, and it didn't always make sense. But I'm hearing that there was a rhyme and a reason for it all. Okay, so this is the energy that they're wanting you to take with you. If you don't take anything from this reading, I am hearing to embody the Fool and the Magician, okay? The Fool and the Magician, this is what they want you to embody right now, because that's actually going to lead you into the Empress and the Emperor. And I'll explain why later, why Spirit is kind of telling me that. So what I'm getting from the Fool card is that they're actually wanting you to step out into the unknown, step out and take a leap of faith. Maybe in the past, there were times where you might have been scared, where you kind of let, I'm hearing hesitation get in the way, or other people, what they say, get in the way of what you actually wanted to go out and to achieve. And so they are wanting you to take a page out of the Fool's book, where when you feel like something is spirit-led, or when you feel like in your gut that that is what you need to do, they are needing you to jump and just do it. Like literally listen to your intuition, listen to your discernment. That is what I am hearing. And some of you guys, I'm picking up that you guys have set something in motion where you might have created a plan for yourself for this upcoming year, and said, this is what I need to do in order to achieve X, Y, and Z. And Spirit is saying that when the time comes, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, do not fold. Do not look back. Do not listen to other people. Don't listen to the projections that people might put on you. To take that leap of faith and to not hesitate. But they're also saying that you will not be like the Fool in this card in particular, right? Because in this card, we can see that maybe he throws caution to the wind, and he isn't prepared because all he has is like a little sack with him, right? And so they're saying that this is not who you are. They only want you to take bits and pieces out of his book, right? Because they're saying that you are more prepared than you can even imagine, right? You have all the tools at your disposal. And so you aren't jumping into the unknown, into the darkness, or this new chapter of your life without the necessary tools. You are the tool. You have everything at your disposal, my friend. And so that's what they're saying. But I'm hearing that to be very careful on listening to other people. And I'm not saying don't take advice from people if they have your best interest at heart, but it's very important to listen to your intuition, to listen to your discernment in this next chapter, because certain things may not look like it makes sense, but it makes sense to you, to your spirit, right? Because he's just walking off this cliff, and to everybody else it's like, what in the hell is he doing? That does not make any sense, but to him it does. He's willing to leave everything behind in order to seek out what he knows is more, right? He knows that there's more to life than what he's experienced, and so he's willing to take that leap of faith. And so this is your next chapter of jumping or walking off this cliff into the unknown, not knowing where that's going to lead you, but I'm hearing that it's going to lead you to places that you could have only imagined, right? And you're more prepared, so go take that leap of faith. After the Fool actually comes the Magician card, because the Fool is numbered 0. And so after that card actually comes the Magician, which is number 1 in the Major Arcana card. And some people can argue that the Fool, he barely packed anything with him and he was underprepared, but he found out that he was actually the Magician, right? He was the one that had all the tools at his disposal, that he could manifest anything that he desired. All his needs, all his wants were always met. And it was because he knew his power and he tapped into that. And so again, Spirit is saying to tap into your I'm hearing your divinity, your sovereignty, your birthright. Remember who you are. Okay? And I feel like whoever you are, maybe in the past, you might have not come from a lot. And so maybe sometimes you have had this scarcity mindset, which I totally resonate with this, where I've had to learn to come out of that and to remember who I was, because it is my birthright to be abundance in all forms. And this is what they're wanting you to tap into, is your power, your divinity, your sovereignty, and to know that you have all the tools at your disposal. So even in the Magician card, you can see that he has all of the tools, which is the cup, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands, which is basically signifies that he has all of the tools that he needs at his disposal to make stuff move, to make stuff happen, right? And he's pointing up to the sky and pointing down to the ground, as to say, as above so below. So you are able to manifest what it is that you need or whatever it is that you want if you can tap into that power. And Spirit right now is saying that you are creation. You're an extension of Source, which is the origin of all creation, which means that you are also the creator of your life, that you have all of the tools at your disposal to make shit happen. Like, I'm telling you, like, the energy that I feel right now, like I said before, if you don't take anything away from this video, just this, you guys, I'm telling you, I don't know what else to say, but the energy that I'm feeling is if you don't allow your fears to take over this year, and you tap into your divinity, your sovereignty, your birthright of who you are, the world will be limitless. You're literally, they're saying, going to be taking life by the horns. That's it. You're going to be unstoppable. And when I say unstoppable, it's like things that have prevented you, or blockages where maybe you let doubt or fear or people's opinions get in the way. That is no more. Walking into this next chapter, that's done. Okay? And they're saying to whatever commitments that you've made, to stick with it. And they're not saying to be rigid, but to be flexible, but to commit to it. Okay? And so the next card was the Star card, and the card that actually comes before the Star is the Tower. So it's Tower, and then right after that card is the Star card. And so like I said before, you're coming from a period of where a lot of destruction happened, where a lot of chaos might have been happening, but it was to tear down the foundation that you had that would not be able to withstand where you are going, okay? And the Star was literally in the middle of the other cards that Spirit told me about. So it was the Fool, the Magician, the Star, the Empress, and the Emperor. And I'm hearing that this is you now. This is you now. And when I look at the Star, and if you know anything about the Star, right, and she comes after the Tower, which signifies destruction, that she is rebuilding, that she is gathering up all that she needs to stand back up on her 2 feet, right? And pouring back into herself, nourishing herself, and rebuilding. And I hear that that's the chapter that you're currently on right now, is rebuilding. Rebuilding all that you have lost to rebuild something even much more powerful, even much more, with so much more stability, foundation. But you're rebuilding yourself. That's what you're rebuilding, is you, okay? But that's where I feel like you're currently at. You might still have a little bit of stuff that's still going on, because I'm seeing like dust. So like again, I said that you might be at the tail end of whatever has happened. Things might have not completely settled down just yet, but you're in the process of rebuilding. And by the end of it all, Spirit right now is saying that this is going to be who you are. The Emperor and the Empress, this is who you are going to be. Okay? Again, I'm hearing to tap into your Magician energy. And this year, or this new chapter of your life, when I tell you that you are going to be attracting so much abundance in all forms, material, friendships, opportunity, and I'm hearing Spirit say, get ready, because you've experienced lack, you've experienced destruction, and maybe not having it all, but I'm hearing that you're about to experience the other side of it. You're about to experience full abundance, and I'll keep hearing all forms, y'all. I'm excited. I gotta calm down. But that's what's coming to you guys, is abundance in all forms. And I just want to touch on the Emperor a little bit, because like I said with the Star and the Tower, there were things that had to be broken down. Your foundation had to pretty much be broken down into dust, into nothing. And the Emperor is who you are, is who you're becoming. And as you can see in this card, he's on solid foundation, right? His throne is, what is that, cement? It's not something that will crack, right? He also has armor on, and so you've been through it. You've experienced a lot to even get to this position where you are headed, right? And so by the end of it all, this is what I'm hearing that you're going to be, as the Emperor. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. We both have masculine and feminine. But this is who you're going to be, the Emperor. Where you're going to be on solid ground. You're going to have a solid foundation. And I'm hearing, again, that you're going to be very discerning on who is going to be able to sit with you. Who is going to be able to come with you on this journey. Because it won't be everyone. Yeah, you guys, that's what I'm picking up right now. Is that you're going to use your discernment and your intuition, and is going to lead you on this beautiful journey where you end up tapping into the Fool, into the Magician, right? Rebuilding as the Star after you had a Tower moment, and you're going to be the Empress and the Emperor. But at the end of it all, you're going to be like the Emperor, where you're going to be on solid ground, solid foundation, and you know what it's like to have to go through struggle or go through pain, where you do use your discernment and your intuition, because you've had to fight to where you got. The Emperor did not just get there by just luck or faith. No, he had to fight to where he got, and that's why he's wearing armor. And that's where you're headed. And I'm hearing again, get ready. Get ready. Because you went through a lot, but you're about to experience the other side, and I'm super, super excited for you. Yeah, I'm just super excited.